Our first poet is Erica Mapp. I'm so honored that she's reading with us. She just told me she was born in Montreal but raised in Trinidad and then came here later. She's known both in Trinidad here in New York, and I'm so honored she's joining us for the second time. Erica Mapp.
Hi everyone. Hello. Hi. It's very exciting to see such a great turnout. Thank you for coming. And I thank Bernie and Diane for all the hard work that went into preparing this event. The poems I'm going to read are from a manuscript about Trinidad, where I grew up. So I'll just begin. Please save your applause until the end. Thank you very much. Obad. Since the celestial shepherd herds the vast flock of white clouds across the morning sky, up their new heart, a rainbow shoots the full spectrum of light from one small drop of rain that fell last night, and palms are gilded where the sun has brushed. Who can deny that bluebirds bring us luck? How fortunate we are, or rather blessed. Here, blue-gray tanagers are commonplace. The Annie offers contrast with her hook-beaked, sooty face. A heavy old witch lands and scatters diamonds from a plum tree branch, and all this before breakfast. If I fast today, I will have had enough to last. In praise. A lone dove goes under the garden gate and past the only rose left blooming on the vine to find the mate God made for him. The rose is faded red but fragrant still. The mango tree in the midst of flowering shows fresh minted gold among the dark old leaves. Leaves neither young nor old are brighter green. Together they form a happy family. Like the rusty hinge of a backyard swing, a blackbird sings its twin note, then repeats. Black and white pigeons circle. As they turn, they flash like confetti thrown against the sun. Let's rise with them. A new day has begun. The feeder. Wild birds like bread. I watch them line up for the scraps we save, placed on the garden wall. Some palm tanagers and a big-eyed grebe, some blackbirds and a blue-gray tanager vie with the cascades and mockingbirds to see who will get the best of the feast. The yellow oriole seems to prefer pigeon peat trees and looks for insects there. The scraps are of different sizes, some so big the most aggressive bird must let them fall. The food then lands at the feet of the meek ones, waiting below. The meek will inherit the earth. I wish the world would always be as clear, but then we would not long to get to heaven. Obad in rain. You've been hearing a lot about rain in the Caribbean recently, and a lot of people think of those islands as sunny holiday islands. Now, basically the islands are of two kinds. There are sea islands and there are volcanic islands. So the volcanic islands tend to have more rain. And I'm from a rainy island. Obad in rain. Dawn song in rain. A heavy drizzle from a grey metal sky like an industrial sugar shaker. Grey clouds spread like diluted India ink on a wet sheet of watercolor paper. Still the birds sing. There are few birds in sight. They're sheltering. Fewer still on the wing. An orange-winged Amazon parrot goes by. I did not think that birds could fly when wet. It must be heavy going, but perhaps its outspread wings and oily feathers serve to keep the flying parrot partly dry. A mort of heavy weather. When I'm depressed, writing a poem helps me find my voice. It's not by inclination, it's my choice. After the rain. At the high sea of the great black hawk, there's theater. Tanagers flee, and circling pigeons scatter like sheets of paper in a hurricane. But then they settle. It's back to normal again. The sky has cleared after the early rain. Raindrops still tremble in the bushy heads of mango trees. Anole lizards feed as fallen fruits ripen to alcohol. And cascades surprise us with their glee. But when the sun is hidden by a cloud, there is a hush until it reappears, and then a wren trills loudly from the eaves. How can I praise God's glory to the full and beg the grace to see Him face to face? Butterfly days. A tiger swallowtail resting open looks so much like a spray of mango blossoms that from a little distance I can't see where it is hiding. It has disappeared. Nature has such ingenious ways. All of creation rightly gives God praise. When the admiral rests before migration days, the pattern on its wings looks like a spray of flowers with red stems. God's genius is at play. In Trinidad, you might be amused to see there are no gray squirrels. When people come here from Trinidad, they're very surprised and delighted to see plump gray squirrels. The squirrels in the tropical part of the Caribbean are red. Yes. Obad number 14. It remains chastened like a beaten child, the next door neighbor's sunny mango tree, whose branches were so mercilessly cut. I saw the power saw, I heard it whine. I saw the laden branches break and fall. The stunned birds watched in silence from a safe distance away. They seemed to want to say, please watch out for my child and stop that noise. I can't recall when last a climber came, and now my favorite nesting place is gone. Already drying, chopped up branches wait to be taken away in garbage bags. When will the birds regain their confidence? When will the dancing squirrel come again? Poverty. I never knew that Trinidad had poverty like that. The poverty that could starve a puppy by keeping it tied with a chain without enough to eat in sun and rain until it dies. I never knew that Trinidad had poverty like that. The poverty that could keep a parrot caged, a brilliant bird that's willing to engage in conversation with its jailer, who leaves its water stale until the water turns a sickling green. Its food, a few dried seeds. No fruit, although fruit is what a parrot also needs. A parrot in its natural habitat is used to flying free, to going from tree to tree, to find suitable company and choose from a variety of fruits in season whatever it likes best. Call it indifference or call it cruelty. How can a rich island like Trinidad tolerate such poverty? A lot of the time people think, oh, I like birds. And the way they can prove that they like birds is showing you how many birds they have caged. This is the truth. And the same thing with dogs and cats. I have seen people carrying dogs that could walk and not letting the dogs down. And that is real cruelty, I feel. So I'll just read a couple more. I think my time is up. I know you all are very sophisticated, but I didn't understand when somebody told me that their teenage son was cooking something up. So I don't know if some of you know what that means. I didn't know, but now I know. The fire. Now the starved dog sits on the pile of rags in the shell of the concrete shower stall. The family cleared out of the neighborhood, and of the wooden house all that is left is rows of concrete house posts on the steps. The family pictures on the tired beds, old-fashioned wardrobes full of shabby clothes, and all their prized possessions turned to ash. The 100-year-old tamarind tree still stands. Its leaves were singed, but only on one side. They say their son was cooking something up. Next day, the boy sat by the smoking pile, head in his hands. He said, "My father cried." Rain fell, the sun came out, now lilies sprout. My last poem is a poem for, maybe I'll read two more. One more, very good. Okay. I'll read Chicky Chong. Chicky Chong is a lesser seed finch. That's the local nickname for the lesser seed finch. Chicky Chong, because it sounds like that. You can practice. Chicky Chong. When mockingbird calls Chicky Chong doesn't answer. Perhaps he is too far away to hear. Perhaps he's gone to Venezuela or somewhere else so that he won't get caught. Some people say that he has been kidnapped, and if we do not pay ransom money, his little cousins have to pay for it. Someone has to pay, but it's a shame. And mockingbird keeps calling out all day, "Chicky Chong, please, Chicky Chong, please come back." Chicky Chong doesn't answer. Perhaps he's still asleep, exhausted from his trip to near extinction. He's tired to death, dodging the hunter's snare. But when he wakes, perhaps he'll rent a video. There is a movie that he wants to see. He likes the name Memories of Underdevelopment.
Wow.
Let's hear for Erica Mapp such delicate, lucid, translucent, and spiritual poetry from her. Very much appreciated.